Taking the bull by the horns, the federal government announced new policies for teachers in the country.
I would like to indicate the take-off date for the following policies. The retirement age, that one needed and got the president's approval, so it has already taken off on the 1st of January. 40 years of service, the same for it, it has taken off on the 1st of January. Special teacher salary scale, it will take off on the 1st of January next year.
One of the new policies is the Harmonized Retirement Age for Teachers in Nigeria Bill 2021, expected to be forwarded to the National Assembly, which appears to be generating controversy. Describing the bill as a giant step in the ministry's reform efforts, the Minister of Education explains that the proposed law would also make the service period of teachers 40 years instead of 35. The registrar of the Teachers Registration Council defends the new policy.
Actually, Mr. President was guided by two major principles in his approval. One, we were thinking of how to attract best brains to teaching. That's number one principle. Two, how do we retain experienced teachers on the job? Because how to attract best brains to teaching, we discovered there are so many best brains, they don't want to come to teaching profession.
A stakeholder, however, disagrees with the new policy, as he calls on the federal government to reverse it.
Due respect to the decision of FEC, I think it's a primitive decision, very archaic, and it does not support modern demands of our country. With NSAS, we should not even go that route at all. What we should be looking at, pegging retirement age for teachers at 55, 58, like it's done in the US.
Some other teachers are also in agreement with the new policy.
We are grateful to the federal government because after a long lull, it appears that government is becoming a little, is raising up to her responsibility in trying to attend to the welfare of teachers, as it were.
It is a crave that we've been having for decades. And we are beginning to see that the present government is very desirous to get education to where it ought to really be.
The goal of the special packages, according to the federal government, is to attract the best brains to the teaching profession. But the school proprietor faults this argument.
The law of diminishing return, which is a elementary economics, was set in. So it's funny and very troubling and disturbing to see that FEC would sit down to say they are elongating the age from 60 to 65 for teachers and 35 to 40 retirement.
Some other incentives captured in the new bill include hardship posting allowance, rural posting allowance, science teacher allowance, and funding teaching practice from the TET Fund, in addition to enhanced entry points for teachers.